Hello everyone and welcome to a new series I'm going to do, which is the one block challenge. I will be doing 10 videos 10 days at a time and show you all of the highlights. So this introduction, some major things I build, or maybe some smaller things I build. I'm at least until everything evolves. That's the basic idea. And I will be leaving all the information about the creator of this pack and the downloadable area for this pack in the description below. I also want to explain why it took so long for me to start uploading again. This is because I was working on setting everything up, and for myself at least, I wanted to make sure that I do it right. So, with that being said, the plan is to turn this void of nothingness into a large scale turtle titan and have everything inside and on top of that titan. A quick sip of coffee. And for me now, I'm just slowly going to build everything up, and the first few episodes will not be all that interesting, as they will be just general collection and setting stuff up. A small update. As you can see, I made this small little hole here. This is for when the foxes and everything spawn. I can open up these trapdoors, and by doing so they will drop down and leave these guys alone, because I need these way more than the future foxes. And as you can hear, I've already played this mob back, whatchamacallit, before. Just trying stuff out because I enjoy Skyblocks. It limits your block palette and forces you to be more and more creative, so I decided to go for that. And by playing it before, I know roughly what I need to do in the very first few episodes, or sorry, first few days, and from there I'll build up and build outward. As you can see, for now everything is really close by. I mean, the food's over here, the future tree farm, which reminds me I need to extend this, is all relatively simple. That and the first couple of days aren't all that interesting, to be honest, because it's just starting up, collecting blocks, and go from there. And I'm short a few blocks. That's fine, I have enough. There we go. But yeah, that's why these things are precautions, or things that I've basically grasped and figured out over time, how to make it a little bit easier for myself. And I hope you in general will enjoy this episode and this series in general. And I'll be back with you once I've got more interesting stuff figured out, because now I'm just looking at this block. We just reached the Stone Age, or the underground timeline, which means that I can finally start lighting this place up and making it just a tad safer. There was something I wanted to do. Wow. Let me guess, that grass block has been eaten. Oh, right. I wanted to make a bunch of torches. And there we go, we now have a bed, so I can skip nights, which I most certainly will. For now it will be over here, but it will be moved, because this area is getting really cramped by now. Because I wanted to make some bone meal to grow that one, and move the mushroom in here. Come to think of it, I need to do one more thing. Let's hope I do this right. That needs to go and needs to become dirt. That way, if the grass spreads to that block, it will constantly keep respawning it. Wish that stuff grew faster, and I'm in, because instead of me worrying. Oh, in case you're wondering what that's about, I want to place a flower there because there's a small chance birch trees will spawn with a beehive. And you never know what you might need honey for. Because first of all, it's a beautiful block to decorate with, and secondly, it's just in general a good block. Due to this all being very cramped, I'm going to design a small storage area just off of here, maybe 2-3 blocks out, and use all these chests to move everything over and create some more space for myself, because this is way too cramped. So, let's go and start that project. And this way I can also keep everything semi-organized. Oh, hello, mushroom. The biggest problem I'm running into now is that because I'm planning such a major project in a one block, is that I'm left with a lot of ideas that are just temporarily a good idea or a worthwhile plan. So that's why This stuff doesn't look all that amazing just yet, but we will be getting there. Dark oak. And what was the other one? To be determined. Once I legitimately start farming iron and everything, that's when I'll start designing a proper storage room, because then I can also try and automate it if I find a way to get more redstone, or to get redstone in general. As you can see, I'm currently editing a lot of my island. This is because, due to the grass finally spreading to this second block, I can now encase this little area and always have some sort of grass remaining, especially once it goes to the third one. So I can remove all of this and give this different types of give it trapdoors to make a chamber below, and a campfire with a hopper to a chest. So everything that falls down will be picked up by that hopper in a chest. All the mobs that will fall, because I have the passive mobs that I want, will all slowly burn up, and all their drops will be collected. And I can just notice, yeah, I can finally put those mushrooms away, because I hate going in here. Come on, gentlemen, gentlemen. Of course, because it's... ah, crap. Well, whatever. There we go. You son of it. Here we are again. Down to the last bits, then the trapdoors, but I lost a chest, so... because I'm just being me. Just need one, thank you very much. That's decaying. Get them to flow into the middle in the very least. It's not a perfect system, but for now, if it works, it'll do. If it doesn't, again, it's a waste of time. But you never know unless you try. You there, and let's see, how does this end up? Is this good enough? Don't think so. How to do this? Do. Because I don't want to make it any bigger than this is. It's just a waste of resources, if you ask me. Well, I'm going to do this just a tiny bit different. Please, 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 please give me back my helper. Yes, thank you. I'm going to lower this one more block, and in doing so create a funnel so I can create like signs here and a small pathway to the chest, because otherwise it won't work the way, oh, I need to put it in the right spot. It wouldn't work the way I wanted it to, which is a bummer, but I'd rather find it now than later. So that would be water here, water there, funnel down here. It takes a lot of calculating from my end because, well, again, I am not the type of guy to do everything right. If anything, I'm the guy that does everything right, which I enjoy a lot actually. By making mistakes I can learn. This needs to go. So now the water will flow from here into a row of signs, so it won't, you know, create water sources and everything. Then one here, and that flows into a that flows into a campfire that I need to remake. Barely grow. You take your time, honey. But yeah, by doing it like this, I should be able to save myself a lot of headaches when it comes to the mobs. Let's see, does it douse? No, it does not douse. Now, of course, this mob trap won't work for every little mob. I mean, blazes can fly, spiders are too big, but it would remove the strays, and the zombies, and all the other bipedal, not flying mobs, which to me is a very big plus, as I tend to forget what I'm working on, and or just keep going without paying attention and end up. Because the jump over is not a problem, that's just one block, and if I'm too lazy I can even open up a trapdoor. So, now I'm just going to keep removing blocks. I'm going to try and make a mob farm next episode to move the sheep around to a different spot so I can make maybe a boat and water with pressure plates. Just, I don't know. I want to make the wool farm as quickly available to me as possible so I can start collecting wool and storing all of that to shape out the very first, the top or bottom half of the shell. I'm not too sure. I think the bottom part would be smarter. But I'm going to do that and collect different types of wood and stuff to create fades for the shell pieces. And with that, I will be seeing you all again in the next episode.